JetBlue is calling it its freshest mint yet, and the airline, perhaps surprisingly at a time when there's such troubles in the industry, is rolling out its new business class seat for its first flights to London, which is expected to be later this year. It's called the Mint Suite, which has a private sliding door, wireless charging, and at the front there is something known as the Mint Studio, which has a more extra room and a lie flat, the largest lie flatbed apparently of anything across the Atlantic. JetBlue says it wants to set a new standard for travel and promises fares will stay competitive. We'll look at the fares in just a moment. Let's go to Robin Hayes, who is the CEO of JetBlue. He joins me now. Robin, first of all, before we talk about Mint and all of that in London, the airline itself, as we've had the surge and the wave, you lost a lot of money, but everybody did. Are you seeing any signs that things are getting better, route network-wise?
Hi, Richard. It's great to be on your show. In fact, I was listening to your segment before I came on, talking about endangered species, and I thought you were going to refer to the airline industry. But no, we saw revenue down 67% in the fourth quarter of 2020. We've guided revenue down 65 to 70% for quarter one. So right now, we haven't seen any improvement. We're optimistic once the vaccine rollout takes hold, that we'll start to see that later this year.
And do you expect to need further US government support?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we've been very fortunate to have two. It's been a tremendous assistance for the airlines to keep people employed, because frankly, if we weren't getting this support, unfortunately, people would have been furloughed, and the government would have still been paying the support through unemployment and other programs like that. So it's allowed us to keep people in their jobs, connected to their pensions and healthcare. And I think that overall, that's a good thing during a crisis like this.
Let's look to the future. We know there's huge pent-up demand. But, Robin, why London? I mean, you're still battling on with this idea of flying to London. Firstly, when do you hope to fly the route?
Well, in terms of why London, it is, as you know, Richard, the largest unserved market that we don't fly from both New York and Boston. So it is very important to our customers that we fly them to where they want to go. Secondly, if you look what JetBlue does best, and we've been doing it for over 20 years, we take something where other airlines are overcharging for it, and we come in with a better product and service at a much lower fare. And so that's the game plan for London. Currently we're thinking a quarter three start, and we think a late summer start is going to time nicely from when people will start wanting to fly across the Atlantic again.
Okay, so I won't hold you to this, but these are the fares. I wanted to go to London. We haven't chosen overnight fare. We've chosen a fare for next week, next Tuesday, this time next week. And as you can see, some are very, everyone's bunched. United's down at 5.6. Delta and the Virgin Alliance is up at 8. I imagine the American BA Alliance is not that far off. Where would you price? How much cheaper do you think, percentage-wise, do you think you're going to price than the competition?
Well, as you know, I can't share that now. But what I will tell you is when we started flying between JFK and LAX in 2014, before we started flying that, people were paying over $2,000 to fly one way from coast to coast. And we came in with fares from $599. And premium fares across the country are now probably about half what they were before JetBlue started flying. So the JetBlue effect in lowering fares is alive and well. And you're going to see that effect when we start flying to London.
And you have this now alliance with American Airlines. You'll tell me that you've no intention of merging. You'll tell me you've no intention of joining the One World Alliance. But do you have an intention that the Boston-New York American Alliance grows?
Well, if we think about what we do best, Richard, is that when we get a JetBlue airplane on a route, people enjoy a better experience and the fare comes tumbling down. And there's a lot of data to support that in our 20-year history. And, the thing that stops us growing more in New York is the fact that it's a slot-constrained airport. So what this partnership with American is going to allow us to do is fly a lot more JetBlue flights. That's going to allow us to fly to a lot more destinations And that in itself is going to have a profound effect on competition in the Northeast. Not only will JetBlue grow, there'll be more choice for our customers and lower fares to more points. So that's why we're excited about it. And so, yes, I hope it will grow. And we have an agreement with our regulator, the DOT. It's very clear we are very separate airlines. We're going to continue to compete to London. We opened Miami to compete with American Airlines. So we will compete very hard with them outside this partnership in the Northeast.
Good to see you, sir. And Mint Suite and Mint Studio, which is a very interesting way of using extra space that you had to use up anyway. Mint Suite and Mint Studio looks to be an excellent product. Thank you, sir. We look forward to road testing them in the course of anytime.